I think that when you're inspired by something, you don't really see it coming. You can't really put it into words because it's so based upon your reaction to music. So I think it has more to do with whether you can be allowed to become inspired, and then if you're open to it, then I think anything can inspire you musically. When I was 10 years old, I had my first guitar lesson because I had tried playing piano, and I just didn't enjoy it for some reason. It felt very scientific, and I had a hard time with it seemed difficult. And so guitar, after my first guitar lesson, I think I kind of knew. I remember after my first lesson, I said to my parents, like, I want to do this for the rest of my life. And 9 times out of 10, I would be wrong about something like that, but I was actually right because I didn't really think about anything else since then. It just took over. Well, I'm very excited. You know, obviously we know Miley, and it's going to be great to have her back and her energy, and she's in an awesome place, and love her so much, and she'll be a blast. She's going to be sitting, I think, to my left. Maybe they changed it, but I think she's going to be sitting right next to me again. So we'll have fun. And Jennifer is awesome, like this brand new energy. She's never done it before. She's the only coach on The Voice that has an Oscar, which I'm super jealous and pissed about. So I'll be letting her know that. I'm very jealous of your Oscar. I want one. But it's cool, you know, and then she comes from a play, you know, her story is amazing, and what she's done through the experiences that she's had. She's obviously, you know, we all know she's a tremendous singer. But I love her story, and I love that we're going to make that part of The Voice now. She's cool, and I'm going to get to know her. I don't know her that well, but can't wait to get to know her. Blake, he hasn't really changed, which is kind of why I still love him, but I hate him. But in all seriousness, I actually do really love him, and he and I, you know, have such a unique type of friendship. And all jokes aside, like, you know, the joking around is for TV, but I think that I will never have another friend like him, because we both went through this really weird thing, and both being musicians and coming from a completely different place and being thrown into television. And, you know, I feel that kinship with everyone that does the show, but with Blake, you know, it was kind of like our friendship was blossoming at a time when we were first experiencing the show. And that I'll never have that with anybody else, you know. Run as fast as you can in the other direction. Just kidding. I always give advice. You know, I'm not gonna do that this year though, because I did it last season with Alicia and with Miley, and it really came back to bite me in the ass, because clearly they didn't care, because they still steamrolled me. So I'm going in this with a different MO this time. No one's getting any help from me. No, you know, it's good to go into it without thinking, because that's why we got into music, so we wouldn't have to think. You don't think about music. People who think about music aren't any good at it. You have to, like, when you're listening or when you're making it or when you're singing it or playing an instrument, the less you think, the better and more pure the music is. So I'm really good at not thinking. So can't wait to go and not think tomorrow. It became a little bit more like, I think it became more combative, because, you know, I think it's really tough to be the only girl. And what happened was, I think that there was some power exchanged between the two women, and there was like this big boisterous force, this feminine force coming from the two girls rather than the one. And because it was hard for one to compete with 3 dudes. But now I think that the even playing field has kind of created a little bit more of like an even keeled environment. And so now the girls are like, no.